What is going on, guys? My name is Greyox and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we have my personal Infinite Warfare review. So basically in this video I will be talking about what I like and what I do not like about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, because some people are just hating on the game, some people love the game. I personally think there's ups and downs to it. It's a good game in my opinion. Some people might disagree. That's totally fine. If you don't like the game, don't play it. But yeah, today I'm gonna be giving you guys my personal review. So first of all, let's start with the negatives. For number one, it has a very fast time to kill. Now I know part of this is because it has a good hit detection, but still, if they make it a little bit slower, just a tiny bit, it would be perfect in my opinion. Because if it's very fast, you don't have time to run away. Sometimes it's just the person sees you, you're dead because of how quick the time to kill is. So if they make it a little bit longer, just a tiny bit, in my opinion, that would be perfect. Number two, for the negatives, rigs are pretty overpowered. Now don't get me wrong, I know rigs are supposed to be obviously stronger than normal weapons because it's like an award for you for killing people. You get them. So I just want them to if they're not gonna nerf the actual rigs, maybe just nerf the time for you to get them. Just make it a little bit slower, because some of the rigs are very quick. And if you don't know what rigs are, they're basically specialists from Black Ops 3. It's very similar. So yeah, if you're not gonna nerf the actual rigs, which you don't have to, you can just nerf the time it takes for somebody to get them, therefore making it a little bit more balanced. And as I've mentioned before, rigs are supposed to be stronger than your normal weapons because they're like a reward that you get. So yeah, obviously rigs are not supposed to be worse or even like your normal weapons. Number three, we have overpowered snipers. Now I'm not talking about the snipers themselves. If you don't know, in Infinite Warfare, aim assist is on snipers. So in Black Ops 3, there was no aim assist on snipers, but in Infinite Warfare, there is. Now, I'm not saying completely take away the aim assist. In Black Ops 3, sometimes sniping was extremely tough, although I did pretty good with it, but it was sometimes pretty tough because there was literally no aim assist whatsoever. You rely on yourself completely. So I'm just saying, nerf it a little bit, make the aim assist on snipers, not on everything, just on snipers, a little bit less than other guns, because literally, if you guys know this map, it's like the map on, I don't know, it's like in space when you die, the bodies just float. I'm pretty sure you guys know what map I'm talking about. Basically, there's this middle area, it's this big long line of sight, and every time I'm trying to cross, I get sniped because there's always somebody sitting in that spot on the other side, sitting behind like the I don't know exactly, like the barriers over there, sitting behind like some boxes and stuff, and head glitching, and they snipe me so easily because of the aim assist. So I'm just saying, nerf the aim assist on the snipers only a little bit. And for number four, and the final point in the negatives, is grenades. Not all grenades, but some grenades are very overpowered. Like there's this one that you throw and it literally explodes, and sorry, not explodes, but you throw it and then it splits into 3 other smaller grenades and explodes. And when it explodes, it creates this fire around it, and that fire stays for a couple of seconds after the grenade explodes. Plus, adding on to the fact that the explosion, or the grenade explosion, has a pretty big explosion radius. So yeah, I'm just saying, nerf the grenades a little bit and not make them very underpowered and very bad. Just nerf them a tiny bit, because especially that one that splits into 3 other grenades, that one is extremely overpowered. And I've been killed by it a lot, and I've killed a lot of people with it. And those are basically the negative points. Those are the main ones. You know, there's like some other small ones, but those are the main ones, and those are the ones that most people are complaining about. And especially the time to kill. And now the positive points. The game is very smooth. So the game obviously runs at 60 frames per second, and it feels really smooth. And I think most people notice that the game just feels smooth and fluid. It feels nice. It's just really smooth. And that's obviously something you always want in any FPS game, because when it feels smooth, it just feels 10 times better than if the game was like at 30 frames per second or something like that. So the game is very smooth. And next point, you can pick from 3 rigs instead of 1. So basically, if you remember in Black Ops 3, you were only allowed for each specialist, you only have 1 weapon and 1 ability. In Infinite Warfare, you have 3 weapons and 3 abilities. It's crazy for each rig, and obviously that's something better. You can even change your rigs when you're in game. So if you change it, when you die, you're gonna respawn with the new rig. Unlike Black Ops 3, if you choose a rig, you have to finish that game with it and then change it after the game. So yeah, I think that the fact that there's 3 rigs, 3 weapons and abilities for each specialist, for each rig, instead of just 1 and 1 is really good, and that you can change it in game. Next up, we have weapon variants. Now hold on, don't start hating on me. Weapon variants are a pretty cool addition in my opinion. There's 3 ways to get weapon variants in Infinite Warfare. Unlike Advanced Warfare, the only way in Advanced Warfare to get them in Advanced Warfare was through supply drops, but in Infinite Warfare, you can either get them through supply drops, you can get them from the weapon crafting, or you can get them from missions. So I'll explain every single one of these points right now. So supply drops, basically, you know what supply drops are. You just open up the supply drop, and based on lock, you get the weapon. And I don't think supply drops are going to be leaving anytime soon, because since Advanced Warfare implemented it, Activision will just keep on putting it in every single Call of Duty, because obviously they make so much money out of it. So yeah, they don't care what we say. As long as they're making a lot of money out of it, they're going to keep on implementing it into the coming Call of Duties. And you can next like way to get weapon variants is through weapon crafting. So as you know, when you play the game, you earn, there's 2 like in-game currencies in Infinite Warfare. That's keys and salvage. Keys are basically like crypto keys, basically the currency that you use to open supply drops. And the other one is salvage. Salvage, I think you can get it through playing the game and through opening supply drops. It gives you a lot of salvage sometimes. And weapon crafting, you can basically choose whatever weapon you want, and you can use the salvage, which is the in-game currency, to buy that weapon. So you don't have to strictly rely on supply drops and just rely on your luck, because some people get really unlucky. They don't get what they want. So you can use salvage instead of only supply drops to get those weapons that you want. There's also missions. So there's this new thing called missions, and you basically play missions, and after completing certain missions, you get salvage, you get weapon variants, you get emblems, and like calling cards and camos. It's pretty cool. So that's the 3rd way to earn weapon variants. Number 4, there's really good hit detection, and you can't argue with this. We all know that Infinity Ward games have really good hit detection, and that is obviously a massive thing. Obviously, Infinite Warfare has hit detection that is way better than Black Ops 3. I'm not saying Black Ops 3 has bad hit detection, no, it doesn't, but just Infinite Warfare has really good hit detection. There's nothing much to say about that. There's just good hit detection, and it definitely makes the game a lot better. And yeah, because if your aim is good, you're gonna kill, because the hit detection is good. Sometimes in Black Ops 3, when I would snipe someone, it's either I snipe them, like I see the bullet go right through them and they don't die, I don't even get a hit marker sorry, or I like hit, my bullet goes right next to them off of their body and it kills them. So that's an example of sometimes when the hit detection used to be bad. So yeah, Infinite Warfare has really good hit detection, and all Infinity Ward games are known for the good hit detection. And the final point that we have today is good maps. The maps are good. They're not the best maps we've ever seen, but they're good. They're, I think, the 3-lane style. So you have the middle lane, the right lane, and the left lane. And yeah, it's probably that is the most popular map design that people like. It's the most popular one, and it's definitely the one that I play best on, because if you remember in Call of Duty Ghosts, it was not like that. The maps were all over the place. They were so big and they were all over the place. The one thing that I would say about maps though is try to make them a little bigger. I know we're gonna be having a little because in the beta we only had like small maps. So in the game, make the maps a little, in the actual game, make the maps a little bigger, because with the way that we moved using our thrusters, the game is so intense, like overly intense. You can't, like, if you kill someone, it's always going. You can't like rest or stop for a little bit. It's always on because the maps are really small. So try to make the maps a tiny bit bigger, and generally maps are bigger. And that was the final point that I have. So that is personally my personal review. If you have a different opinion, leave it down in the comments, but please don't hate on this video, because if you don't like the game, just don't play it. It's as simple as that. Don't like it, don't play it. It's pretty simple. You don't have to go hating on everything. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Remember to leave your personal opinion down below in the comments. Smash that like button if you have enjoyed it, and subscribe to stay tuned with my videos if you are new, and I will see you guys on the next video.